What happened is this language we used to reserve for rivals is now being used inside Europe to describe the United States under Donald Trump. And at the same time, Washington is reportedly moving to bar certain European officials from entering the U.S., while European voices are talking openly about reciprocal measures and even warning that a move on Greenland could trigger a direct confrontation. I'm Dr. Wolf, and this is the Wolf Mind. Now let's slow down just enough to understand what we're watching. Because if you blink, you miss the real story. And the real story isn't a headline. It's a shift in how power talks to itself. For most of your life, if you live anywhere near the orbit of Western politics, you were taught a simple idea, maybe not explicit, because narratives don't spread. Every relationship becomes unstable. Now, Europe's response, according to the narrative, is fury, blunt talk, warnings, and a rhetorical move that matters, comparing Trump's behavior to the logic of authoritarian territorial expansion. Why does that comparison matter? Because comparisons shape coalitions. When you call a leader, then we ask, what exactly is the policy toward Europe? Are we seeing retaliation against European regulation? Are we seeing a push to weaken European political cohesion? Are we seeing a domestic political strategy that uses Europe as an enemy image? Or are we seeing something deeper, a shift away? They arrive in capital markets, in currency decisions, in defense procurement, in intelligence sharing.
Yeah, man, this is Bible prophecy happening, man. All right. First and foremost, all praises due to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Racha Kodash. Double honor to the elder apostles of the Great Millstone GMS who rule well and who teach well. And salutations to the elect. Shabbat Shalom. All right. Adawan Ratazar. This lesson is edifying, Lord willing. Okay. So yeah, furious world leaders blast, Trump. Right, calling America the enemy, basically. So yeah, there's tensions, spiking between the US, Babylon the Great, and key European partners. All right. If you want, you can check more of this video out. Okay. But yeah, man, this is great news, man. Satan's house is divided. All right. Before we go further, actually, let's get a scripture. In fact, I'll share this article with you as well. Put the link in the description box as well for this. EU agrees 90 billion euro loan for Ukraine as Putin tells BBC the West is making Russia the enemy. 19th of December this year. All right, 2025, the hopeful year of our deliverance and the destruction and judgment of E. All right. And Apostle Tahar coined 2026 next year. All right, the year of apostates, sellouts, false teachers, false preachers. All right, roughly paraphrasing how he said it. Okay. European Union leaders have struck a deal to give Ukraine a 90 billion euro or 79 billion pounds or $105 billion loan after failing to agree on using frozen Russian assets valued at 210 billion euro. Meanwhile, at Putin's marathon end-of-year address, he tells the BBC's Russia editor Steve Rosenberg the West is making Russia the enemy. You see? So yeah, these devils are divided, man. That's great. Fantastic, man. Belgium, where most of Moscow's assets are held, has refused to unlock the cash without assurances that it will be protected in the case the Kremlin, which is like the equivalent of the White House in Washington, D.C., all right, decided to sue. This EU loan is about 2/3 of the 135 billion euro that Kiev is thought to need to stay afloat over the next 2 years. Okay, this is great. Let's go to the book of Revelation, chapter 17. Let's go straight to the point, verse 16. And it reads, the subhead says victory for the Lamb, but we'll jump to verse 16. And it reads, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast. Okay, right, NATO and the EU. All right. These shall hate the whore. The whore is Babylon the Great, America. Okay, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. Okay. So yeah. Many warheads are going to be shot onto Babylon the Great and completely be turned into a lake of fire. All right. Don't forget about the chariots of the Lord as well. High concentrated laser beams lighting up Babylon the Great as well. All right, and of course America's going to get missiles shot off, and other parts of the world is going to be hit, but the whole world will be destroyed. Okay. Verse 17, for Yahweh hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast until the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled. All right. So we're witnessing the intensity and gradualism of hatred that the EU and NATO will have towards Babylon the Great America. It's getting hotter as time goes by, and that's great, man. We're so close to World War III fully manifesting. We just need that RFID micro chip to be made mandated first all over the world. Okay, then the nukes will fly. Okay. All right. So yeah. Verse 18, and the woman which thou sawest is that great city, which reigneth over the kings of the earth. All right. Yeah. So it doesn't matter how many diplomatic meetings and conferences they have. All right. World War III will happen. It's Bible prophecy. After all, it is the will of the Lord, Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai. Okay. So these European nations are not having it. Fed up. Okay. And it's not Europe. Okay. Ain't no Europe. Okay. It's part Asia, Eurasia, Western Asia. All right. They made Europe up. Okay. Matthew chapter 12. Verse 25, and it reads, and Yahushua knew their thoughts, and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? So there you go, man. The European E is divided against the American E. Okay. We know Russia's going to go toe to toe with Babylon the Great, man. All right. It's as simple as that. Okay. This 3-year-old boy orphaned when wrong way drunken driver crashes into family car, killing his mum, dad and 5-year-old sister. Right? Every morning doth the Lord bring judgment to light, man. Okay? Judgment's going out. Because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Sin upon sin, man. People are psychotic. Okay? So yeah. Let's get the book of Luke. Chapter 21. Verse 27, and it reads, the words of Yahushua, it's in red, and it says, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. Yeah. All right. The Lord is also coming with a host of angels and all these different, and all these chariots, fathership as well. Archangel Michael is coming as well, man. Okay. The great day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. Okay. Verse 28, and when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. See? So yeah. So with that, in fact, look at this. R. Kelly overdoses, rushed to hospital in an alleged plot to kill him. Madness going on, man. Man ran over his date after she refused to let him smell her feet and ended up arrested. That's why the Lord is jacking up you Israelites, man. Okay? Yeah. Warren Buffett says the US dollar is losing value due to poor financial decisions by leaders. Yeah, the collapse in the dollar, man. All right? Oh. Yeah. Christmas Day in 1831, 60,000 enslaved Southern Kingdom carried out the largest uprising in British West Indies history. Right, rebelled on Christmas Day. A false pagan bleeding foolishness. Yeah. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say Shabbat Shalom.